washer going. We're just gonna have at it. And there you have it for right now, guys. Cleaned up very well for just a quick power wash. It will get we'll get a nice hand wash here very soon, but it's getting pretty dark out. I know you're not gonna be able to see a whole lot, so we'll cut right to that here in a second, but just give you a quick walk around of just a real quick power wash on it, and it's looking pretty good. So one question I do have for you guys, we're gonna put tires on this thing. Do you want to see white walls on it like that, or do you want to go back to black? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments down there. Let me know what you want to see. Oh, one last thing before we cut to hand washing this thing. I just wanted to kind of tell you guys, you see me wearing these shirts all the time. I got some Upcountry Fab, Perfection Wheels, all kinds of stuff. I got Midwest Diesel Society, you know, the 1320 guys, Cletus guys, Vice Grip Garage. All of these brands and people are awesome people. This is just kind of support and payback to them. Go check them out, whether it be their social media, if they got YouTube, you know, whatever. Always great guys, all around good people. So if you see me wearing something, it's because I support them. So if you could too, that'd be great. I know they appreciate it. We all kind of help each other out, and you know, just wish for the best for everybody. So if you see me wearing something, go check them out. Well, it's a couple days later. Got everything done we were needing to do. So back in the shop today. We're going to basically hand wash the car. We'll probably pull it in here to the shop, see kind of what we need to do. If I have anything left back there, I might buff on it a little bit, see if we can't get it to shine up, and then clean the inside out. But as for now, we're gonna cut straight to a time lapse of getting this thing hand washed up, and we'll pull it in. This hasn't been started in about 3 days, so I'm just gonna give it a whirl and see what we can do here. See if it'll fire right up, or if I'll have to use some brake clean. So filter's still full, so we'll see what happens. Keys on there. Battery cable's off. That might help. Look at that. Can't beat that. I'll pull it over there, we'll get to washing it. And there you have it. Still wet, but I'll just let this dry up a little bit. Show you the finished product after it dries up, you know. The only other thing, as you've seen coming in, this front end is super high compared to the back. If you know anything about these Mopars, they got torsion bar front suspension, kind of like the IFS Chevy trucks nowadays. You can crank those up and down. So they have this set all the way up right now. We will definitely probably turn that back down a little bit. It's kind of a little excessive. I mean, there's a Chevelle, and she's up there. So yeah, we'll lower that down a little bit, and then once we get tires for it and everything, paint the wheels. But we'll let this dry off, and we'll come right back to it and show you kind of the after effect of giving it a good hand wash. Well, it's starting to dry up. Got a little ways to go. You can see very well, but it's really not too bad. Pretty clean all around. But while we're waiting for the rest of it to dry, I'm going to go ahead and clean up these windows and maybe start on the interior a little bit and come back to you when we get a little further. So windows are clean on the outside, but as you can see, there's just quite a bit on the inside. Clean the inside of the windshield and trying to clean these seats up a bit. They're really not too terrible, but just kind of crusty. So we'll clean this stuff up, and then when it's dry, we'll come back and see if we're going to worry about trying to shine it up or not. I think it'll shine up pretty good if we give it a little help. So we'll start there and see you in a bit. Alright, so it's getting there. Went ahead and cleaned all these windows up. These door panels are looking amazing. Super nice, cleaned up real good. Armrests, door sills. I will say, this is more or less probably the cleanest old car that I've ever had for sure, but these door jambs are super clean. And everything's just very, very nice. So went ahead and started cleaning up in here too. See if I can't get in here real quick. Everything is just very, very nice. Trim, all that good stuff. There is a couple spots, you know, that haven't fared so well over the years, but everything is cleaning up really well. So I mean, like this will all come out, but for comparison, this is kind of what everything started as, just kind of dingy and, you know, whatever, but seats are cleaning up really good. I'll get that side finished, start on this side, do the seats, and then jump into the dash. Hopefully that'll clean up pretty good, and then we'll cut to it when it's all completely done, and then we'll move to the outside, which is looking pretty good so far. So really happy with how this is cleaning up. All right, so got the back all cleaned out. So we got the factory seam sealer in here. Everything is super clean. Floor is great. Still got the factory sound deadening underneath the carpet here. You look down in there, you can see that right there. Everything looks honestly great. Got the back seat here. Got that all sucked out. So I'm gonna clean this up before we put it back in there. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know what that was or how long it was sitting there, but hopefully that'll lighten up a little bit at least. But yeah, we're gonna clean that up, throw it back in, get going on the rest of it. I sprayed it down. You can already see it trying to run there, so that might be promising. And some of you guys might be wondering what I'm using on all this. Got this from Hy-Vee, surprisingly enough. Had to go shopping today, so seen it, picked it up. It is called Method All-Purpose Pink Grapefruit, so doesn't smell too bad either, but not really sure, never heard of it, so picked it up, thought, yeah, this might work pretty good. And it's been doing a pretty good job, so we'll see how good it does with this, but so far so good with it. Well, it's better. I know it doesn't look like it on the camera, but it is actually coming out a little bit. I'm sure it'll still be stained, but anything we can do to get it out of there. But all the rest of this is sprayed down, so we'll probably spray it down one more time, let it sit for a little bit, and then throw it back in. Well, inside is done. Looks really good. So I'll try and get you around here, but the dash turned out pretty good. It's pretty much immaculate. Not molested in any way. No holes cut in it for a radio. The AC is pretty clean. I mean, everything in there's good. Could use carpet. I'll probably throw some floor mats in here just to keep from mudding this up anymore. It's not wet or anything, it's just kind of stained from over the years, and it's got some wear spots in it, stuff like that. But you know, I mean, it's basically 50 years old, so you know you'll have that. But back seat cleaned up really good. That spot's still there, but like I said, when you get up real close to it, it's really not as bad as it looks on the camera. But carpet back here looks pretty good. All the, you know, the armrest and all that cleaned up really good. Package tray's in good shape. Cleaned up really good over here too. Everything's in good shape here. But yeah, other than that, I mean, sill plates and everything are all in real good shape. Door jambs. This come out a little bit, but it's still pretty apparent. I don't really know what happened there, but you got that. Other than that, yeah, cleaned up really good. Both door panels, besides just a little paint from probably somebody's watch or something hitting that when they open it. I don't know, but kind of wiped down the top a little bit just to kind of clean it up. Didn't turn out too bad. Really, window cleaned up really good all the way around. All of the glass is perfect. I did do a couple small test spots, and I think this thing is going to clean up super good. So not sure if that's going to be this episode yet or not. Let's see right here, another spot. So it's really going to clean up good. I'm really excited to see the whole car completely polished out. But yeah, we'll get over here. This side's a lot better paint wise. You know, doesn't have all them nicks out of it, but yeah, real great Survivor car, honestly. I mean, it just doesn't get much better than that. Factory everything. 33,000 mile car. It's kind of hard to believe. It's pretty awesome. And the trunk too. Now, I know you guys seen this with all of the parts in it. They're all over there now. But it's got the factory mat and the cardboard that covers up the tire. And this thing is solid. I mean, very, very solid. So, I mean, even the wires coming through here, I mean, they don't look... I mean, all these mice that were in here living, and they didn't touch any of the wires. So, that's a huge plus. I mean, there was like 23.6 pounds of mouse house in there when I pulled that out, and all the wiring is honestly great. I mean, all these hinges, get some light in here for you, but you already know they're just immaculate. So really awesome find. Still got the plugs in there, so yeah. And it is the next day, so I am not going to go too terribly in depth on this because we did the Chevelle. Most of you guys have seen that. Also, if you guys follow Junkyard Digs, he just did a Cutlass that's gold, has white pinstripes, just like this, a little different color gold, but just did kind of a cleaning up of that car. So if you want more detail on how we do this, or you know, just want a couple more questions answered that he might have already answered, go watch that video. It's very informative. His Cutlass turned out awesome, so that's kind of what we're hoping for this as well, but we'll be doing kind of the same principle that he does. So basically we'll be starting with a wool pad with basically some rubbing compound. This is just, you know, normal run-of-the-mill stuff. And then we will finish up with a foam pad and like a finer polishing compound. Once that's done, which I'm not sure if it'll be today or not, but once that's done, we will wash it again and then let it dry and wax it, and then we will be finished with that, and it will be on to basically tires on the wheels. We'll paint the wheels. I think I found some hubcaps that we'll throw on here after we clean up, and that'll be pretty much it, other than the fuel system and a couple other small little things we're gonna do. So basically I'm gonna get right into it. I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'll probably do one panel. I might cut in here and there and kind of show you some tips, but like I said, on his channel he pretty much covers that. We'll tape the pinstripe line, stuff like that. That way we don't basically pull that off with the buffer, but other than that, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. So we're gonna get right to it and throw on some time lapse. Well, we got a portion of the hood done. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. Come over here and still chalky. Doesn't really do it a whole lot of justice on camera. It actually is shined up pretty decent, but the wool pad that I got is, not gonna lie, it's junk. Didn't end up working like I wanted it to, but this is definitely not perfect. There's more that could be had, but basically with what I got to work with, and honestly I'm not a paint body guy, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It'll turn out how it turns out, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of it, and then we'll flip to it being done, and we'll do a walk around and see how it turned out. So about 2, 5, 8, 14 days later, it's finally done. Like I said, far from perfect. What I have to work with, I'm not gonna complain. Looks pretty good, looks a lot better than it did, and yeah, like I said, there's a lot more that could be had, I'm sure, but I'm very happy with it, and we're gonna roll with it. So we'll do a quick walk around here and show you what we got. So hood is done, whole car is done, but just went ahead and shined up the bumpers too. Why not? Already here. So I know it's inside, kind of hard to see, but it is a lot better than it was. So in person, that pinstripe really makes it kind of pop out of there. Makes that gold look really good, but you can see the vet in the reflection there. See the box in the reflection. There is several imperfections around the car. I'm not gonna say it's perfect by any means, it's not, but just a really nice survivor car. So see the lights on the trunk there, and on this side cleaned up pretty good. That spot right there, that's actually green, but yeah, turned out pretty good. So I'm gonna try and find some pinstripe width that matches this, so we can finish that door. That'll really help. And then as you see, tires came in today. They're the wrong size, so gotta reorder those. No big deal. We'll have tires on it. We'll get these wheels painted up. Got some other parts in here, fuel tank, all that good stuff. So this thing should be well on its way to being a good driver and being for sale. So keep your eye out for that. And yeah, pretty happy with how it turned out for sitting inside of a shed for over 16 years. It really cleaned up good. I'm really happy with it, and hope you guys enjoyed seeing it. Definitely need to oil that up, so that will happen too. Stay tuned. Shortly we will be doing all of them parts there. Throw some of them on here. Some of them I probably won't show, spark plug wire, stuff like that. You've seen a million times. So we'll be back probably in, I don't know, 4 days to a week from now with that stuff. And then hopefully I can get tires real quick and get them on here and see if we can't take this thing out and cruise it, see what happens. So that's the plan for now. Anything else you guys want to see, drop it down below. I know the Chevelle's been dormant for a while. Just kind of that transmission thing, it's pretty much done for the year. I might have 1 or 2 more drives in it, but I'm pretty much saying it's done. We're going to do the big block stuff and get all the 4-speed parts acquired, and then that's basically what we'll be up to this winter. And C10, it's really fine. There ain't nothing really going on with it, but yeah, let me know what you want to see, and appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff that we say every time. And really glad you guys have been liking this. These 2 videos have been pretty good, so we'll keep it coming to you, and we'll see you next time.